Hi, I'm Diana Smith, and I'm here to bring you Business Etiquette 101. Business Etiquette 101 is presented to you by Washington Jet. Washington Jet is a company that indulges in creative consulting. If you have an idea or you need answers about anything in regards to business, Washington Jet is a great informational resource to help you get there and to achieve what you ultimately want, which is success and that lifestyle. So, Business Etiquette 101, let's see what it's all about. So, how this all came about in the spring of 2019, a year ago, when things were lovely, and things are still lovely, right? However, this is really a business communication type of thing. Okay, I'm gonna call it a series. This is a business communication type of series. However, this is how it happened. I had some students, and they were great students, and it was a lot of students. In one class, I think I had about 30 students. In another, I had maybe 20 plus, and then another, I had maybe under 20. However, we had a great semester, super memorable, and they're forever in my hearts and minds. So, with that being said, one day we did an exercise known as KWL, and in this exercise, I presented a topic for students. Students then were able to, or they were asked to tell me what they know about this topic that I've presented a little bit of information on. So they told me what they know, and our topic was business etiquette. Then the second phase is I am disclosing more information about the topic, and then students are to tell me what they want to know about the subject. From there, I disclose more information about the subject, particularly fulfilling my learning objectives around the subject. And then students are asked to tell me what they learned while doing the exercise. So that's how all of this came about. I recorded over 100 questions from college students, mainly freshmen, but some upperclassmen were present. And it says I will not produce, but I'm producing this business etiquette, and I'll be answering all of the questions that the students shared with me, and I will be sharing it with social media. So who is this for? This is for really anyone who doesn't know much about business etiquette, or they feel uncomfortable in situations where they have to, you know, be a different way, if you will, or fit a certain mold. We do know that when you step into the corporate America, or you go off into, college, or you go and just to a new environment, a new setting, that sometimes you don't know how to be, you don't know how to act. And so there are certain standards that are taught to, different groups of people, and you can be judged if you don't kind of fall in line. Am I promoting that we fall in line? No. But there is, and I grew up, I guess, with this sense that there is a way to act and be, maybe depending on who you are around. And that's just, and again, that's the construct that we're kind of poking at nowadays, talking about race as well. So at the end of the day, there's a certain way to be in business, and college students are taught this all day long. And so I'm just extending my professionalism to you if you don't know, right? And so again, I wrote down plenty of other things to let you know who this is for. So anyone who wishes to do well in the business world, maybe you lack a business background, maybe you lack being in the corporate environment, you've never had a big girl, big boy job. Maybe you want to work in corporate America, but you feel uncomfortable and uneasy. And so this series will help you with a little bit of mindset of professionalism. Maybe you're unsure about how you're received by people, and so this can definitely help. You can kind of check yourself along with, what's standard in the work environment. Maybe you're an aspiring manager, you're a leader, or you find yourself in awkward situations at work or awkward interpersonal relationships with people. Maybe you feel like you lack power at work, or you feel like you don't always have the best answer for your teammates. Anyone who feels overworked, or maybe you're very vocal or you lack being vocal, this is for you. So I am dedicating myself to be serious about something. And so every Sunday and Wednesday, I'm going to release content on business etiquette. Okay. So I'm aiming for consistency. I'm wanting you to, engage with me, meaning if you have any questions, I want you to be able to submit them. And so I'll let you further know where you can do that. Keep in mind, these are student generated questions. So I just want to make sure you know that. And then you also will have the opportunity to ask me to elaborate as well, via comments or via the website, which you will be given as well. And then this content, of course, is going to be video released, and so it will appear very much similar to what we're doing here. And I may switch it up, of course, throughout the time. I also mentioned that some questions may overlap as students, were in 3 different courses, and also just throughout what their questions were. Here are like a sample display of literally the questions that I recorded on my Google document, and that's what you'll see. So I didn't really, what's the word? I'm gonna do a laser point. Excuse me. Jesus. Sorry. So I didn't have any quick pick selections, but this is the first question I'm going to start with because it's the first one on the sheet, and so I'm not going to be nitpicky about it. I'm literally going to straight roll through. This is the first question: how to ask for more hours. And here's another thing: I've kind of categorized this question as a labor question. Labor question meaning a work question. So, how to ask for more hours. It's really important that you know that you asking for more hours is based off of a lot of different factors. So an employee asking for more hours usually is based off how much, output is actually going from that business in order to pay for those hours, right? So I come from like a retail setting where if we didn't make our goal or our money or our budget for the week, hours will be decreased for the next week. So it's important to understand how hours are given in the first place. If there are other locations that your company has, then that will be an opportunity for you to get more hours, right? There will be an opportunity for you to get more hours at a different location, so off-site. So kind of expand your mind about this question before you go in. Another thing is how to ask for more hours. We'll consider your work ability, we'll say, or the real word that people use is like your workmanship. What does your workmanship look like? How dedicated are you? How valuable does, your manager or the person that is able to give you more hours, how do they even see you, and what might your relationship with them be like? It's really important there, because if they don't feel like you've given enough or put in enough, or they've not given you this kind of green light, if you will, to ask for more hours, then we could have slimmer chances of actually getting what we want. I've had a manager back in the day tell me, Dana, you can't get anything you don't ask for. Basically, like, just ask for it. If that's what you want, ask for it. So it's super important that we talk about these questions, because people need to speak up, open their mouth, and ask for what they want. So if you want more hours, it's literally as simple as kind of assessing where you are in the situation. How long have you been there? That would be something that may come up as well. Maybe it's based off tenure. It's based off how, seniority, or how long you've been there. It could be, again, based off output. How much have you put in to this business and you're asking for this? If you're killing it and you're doing everything that they want you to do, you asking for hours is going to be probably easy to obtain. However, if you are a little low on the totem pole of, the output and showing results, this may be a soft spot for you that may not work out for you in your favor. And that's just me being honest with these questions. How to ask for more hours. You usually want to go to the person who makes the schedule. And I'm going to try to really stay as focused as possible, because if the person who makes the schedule is not the person responsible for giving you additional hours because they don't have that control, then yes, it is important for you to, in my opinion, go to the person who actually makes the decision. Again, I'm going to stay on track because there is a hierarchy that businesses like to follow, but go to the decision maker, period. So how to ask for more hours, really make sure that you're just upfront with what you want. It's important too that maybe you know that you can't get it immediately. Maybe you have to wait 2 weeks, or maybe you have to wait a month, or maybe you just have to wait for them to consider it. Businesses want you to be productive, right? So while they are considering it, or while you've told them what you wanted, you've laid out, I'm wanting more hours, I'm looking for more hours, be very direct in that request, and make sure that they see your effort, your dedication, and how valuable you are as an employee. Because once you ask for more hours, it is an indication that you're wanting more money. It's also an indication that you need it, right? So I think what most businesses tend to lack is really that 360 thinking, because if I'm asking for more hours, I must need more hours. If I can't get it from you, I may have to leave, right? That's kind of like where this goes eventually. But nonetheless, how to ask for more hours, consider and assess your value for the company, your output. Consider how long it may take, right? I don't want you to be disappointed that you asked for more hours on Monday and by Wednesday there's no answer for you, right? Continue to express what you want and show that you want it. You have to be of action when we talk about the workplace, okay? Again, your output is going to be the everything to this. The way that you are you someone that people actually want to be around? Are you a team leader, or are you someone who's asking too many silly questions, if you will, for them? Do they feel that you're not equipped enough? Because that will bring down that positive response that you're looking for. So I hope this answered the question good enough for you. If you have any additional questions, or you want me to elaborate, or you even want to say, hey, what you said I don't agree with, then do it. It doesn't matter to me, but at the end of the day, we need answers for, how to be at work. The work that we want, the professionalism that we want to put out. So this has been the first series of Business Etiquette 101, and I'll see you again on Wednesday.